Well, hello, my Discovery friends. My name is Paola, and first of all, I want to thank you very much for sharing material about Bear Grylls. And he's a real eye candy. I love to be in a survival adventure with him. Well, anyway, I love this program, and not only because Grylls is hot, but also because you never know when his survival tips are coming handy. I am a very extrovert person and playful and love to travel. Um, but there is a very serious side to my character as well. I think that life has to be a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond our selfish needs. Therefore, I have worked and continue to do so occasionally as a volunteer with non-profit organizations and sometimes government programs to help the needy. My last adventure was traveling to the rainforest in Chiapas, Mexico, where I was part of a group of educators having the plan teach indigenous children basic elementary school skills, along with the most important thing, Spanish, since these kids only speak their local dialect and some broken word of Spanish. So my flight was delayed, and when I got to that city, the group had let in 5 hour bus journey to the indigenous village where we were to remain for the next 3 months. Due to such a delay, I was on my own and traveling to the village. As any person would do, I took the bus myself and headed to the village. It is normal that in places that are politically unstable and where government neglects the land and its people, chaos and upheaval are natural to arise, and the unruly are more prominent and always talking for victims. And such was the case of this bus ride. 2 hours and a half to the journey, the bus was stopped by what seems to be a thick log blocking the narrow road. At the moment the bus was caused to stop, a group of thugs with guns and ski masks invaded the truck and demanded all our money and goods. Obviously, everybody complied out for fear for their lives. However, where the thugs left in their dirty bikes, they also took the bus driver's kids to the truck and they also ripped the radio out of the bus. Obviously, there were some of us with cell phones, but remember, we were deep on the rainforest and there's no signal there. And there was the first survival lesson. However advanced our technology is, we should never overcome nature. Anyway, after all this, a settlement gathered in a group and decided that they would back to get some help. It would take a whole night before they could reach another road or intercept another passenger's bus and use its radar. I was left in the crowd, starving, thirsty, scared. Well, however, by all this chaos was going on, I realized that I needed to eat, and the babies on the bus were crying, and their mother were scared, and some men would only stand outside smoking, looking at the bus. Well, at that point, it was well into the night, and it was getting very cold, and I decided to gather the people around and had everyone share their food, and we all together came up with plans to support each other to this fortuitous situation. The men went into the forest to gather wood, and everyone was sharing their food and water and telling stories around the fire and keeping each other's company. Finally, on the following morning, we were rescued thanks to the courageous men that set out to get some help to the group. And a very scary time, huh? Although here not real survivor skills were applied, such as eating arachnids or other extreme approaches of that nature, I realized that the top survival skills that anyone could have and achieve is the one of sociability. Any given person on that night would have easily succumbed to those extreme conditions, not being Bear Grylls. However, this made me think of our first ancestors and they being the reason of us to being here. like us, they manage to work in harmony for the benefit of the whole. We should be doing that as a society regardless, but sometimes, many times, we have to go through the worst to realize the most elemental things in life. So, my survival skills and advice to everyone today will be: united, we conquered. Alone, we die. Well, that is it's all, and thank you very much for sharing. See you next time. Bye bye.